Hello student, today we are going to have a class in the English grammar, and in this class this is the first class I am going to start, and the class is about the sentence. Do you know, when we study English, to understand English or to write English well, we need to understand about the grammar. Grammar is one of the very important learning of English. So there are so many grammatical things that we need to understand. But in this video, first we will try to understand about the sentence. Do you know, in English, the sentences are formed with the different types. There are different types of sentences. Now, before going to understand what are these different type of sentences, let us try to know what is a sentence. Then, as you have written, seen here, I have written a group of words that gives a complete sense or meaning is called sentence. If group of word that gives a complete sense and meaning, if that is a sentence, then let us see how sentences are right. Like, Ram is a good boy. Here we can see some words, they are grouped together, and that word is giving some meaning. So this kind of group of words which gives some sense or meaning, that is called as sentence. Let us see the another formation of sentence, like, what is your name? Now see, some group of words which are placed together, it is giving some meaning. So now this become what? Sentence. Like that, in English there are so many such sentences, and these sentences are formed placing the different words in a chronology, and that gives some meaning. Okay, if it is so, then we can see here, Ram is a good boy. What is your name? Do these sentences are of same type or they are different? Then to understand this, we need to understand the different kind of sentences that we have in our grammar. Okay, let us see then different types of sentences. Basically, in English grammar, there are 5 different type of sentences. It means all the sentences, they are classified into 5 types. Let us see which are there. First type of sentence, or let us see the classification of sentences. Classification of sentences. So sentences are classified, and they are called as what? Assertive sentence. First classification is done, and it is called as what? Assertive sentence. Now, what are assertive sentences? These sentences basically gives an statement or declaration, right? Assertive sentences gives statement or declaration, right? Then let us see what kind of sentences are placed in assertive sentences. Like Ram is a good boy. Ram is a good boy. Ram is a good boy. Now see, this sentence is a assertive sentence. Why? Because this group of word which gives some meaning, and it is telling about Ram. Okay, it is giving some declaration about Ram. Kashmir is a beautiful place. Now see, it is giving declaration about Kashmir. So any such sentences which give some statement or declaration, these are called assertive sentences. See, I love to play football. I like to play guitar. They are very good friends. These children are reading in class 5. So in this way, such sentences which gives the declaration, they are called assertive sentences. Okay, let us see another type. Another type of sentences are called imperative sentence. Imperative sentence. Now, these sentences basically give and command or order. What we need to understand? Any sentences that gives command, okay, command or order. Basically, such sentences are called imperative sentence. For example, come here as soon as possible. Okay, come here as soon as possible. Don't talk. Don't talk while I am teaching. Try to understand. Try to understand about sentences. Now see, all these sentences, it is giving some order or command. Don't play. Get out from the classroom. So this kind of sentences which give some command or order, basically in English grammar they are kept or called as imperative sentences. Okay, next is interrogative sentence. Now interrogative sentences are those sentences which ask certain questions. These sentences basically asked questions. Okay, asked questions like what is your name? What is your name? Which class do you read? Which class do you read? So in that way, interrogative sentence asks questions. And one easy note to find out these sentences is what? It always ends with question mark. or interrogative mark. So, where do you come from? Where do you live? Who is eldest among you all? So, in that way, the sentences are formed or framed to ask some questions. Such sentences are called interrogative sentences. Next is exclamatory sentence. These sentences, so-called exclamatory sentences, expresses our sudden feeling. It expresses our sudden feelings. We are in no position to express certain thing, but out of the situation, sometime we uttered some group of word and it gives some meaning. So such sentences are called exclamatory sentences. For example, nowadays OMG become very popular. Oh my God, what a beautiful bird. Ah, it's fantastic. Like that, there are so many such sentences which help us to express our sudden feeling. Oof, it's a huge. Oh my God, it's a big snake. Oof, I'm so scared. Now see, such sentences which expresses our sudden feeling, these are called exclamatory sentence. Another easy way to find out such sentences is you will always find exclamation mark here. Okay, now a group of word which helps to expresses our sudden feeling, they are called exclamatory sentences. So now four type of sentences we have discussed. Let us move to the last one, that is optative sentences. Then we will see, or we will try to know about the optative sentences. Now, optative sentences are those sentences which are conditioning in nature. Okay, they are conditioning in nature. Okay, where we have a possibility of getting answer either in yes or in no. Answer may be positive, answer may be negative. Let us see what kind of sentences are called optative sentences. It's very easy. For example, do you know him? Now see, we have written here, do you know him? Now this is a conditioning in nature. The answer may be yes, answer may be no. Yes, I know him. No, I don't know him. So in that way, the answer may be in conditioning. Okay, it's conditioning in nature. Another you see, do you have some money? Okay. May I know your name? Another thing, how we can find out about these sentences is, most of the time these sentences are framed with the auxiliary verb. Now, This is what about the sentence and its classification we have discussed. And in the later classes, this sentence and knowledge about its different type will help us to understand English grammar better. Some of the basic rule we need to know about sentences are as follows. Basic rule. You see, sentence always begins with the capital letter. Sentence always begins with capital letter. Begins with capital letter. Okay. See the example. Example you see. Ram is a good boy. Ram is a good boy. Now see, here we begins with the capital. And see, sentence end with the full stop. It may ends with the question mark. Okay. So this is what. Now the basic rule of the sentences is what? It begins with the capital letter and it's end with the either full stop or question mark. So in this first video we try to understand sentence and its kinds. In the later video we will try to discuss and try to know more about some grammar segment. Thank you very much.